a good evening, hockey fans. A big welcome to Marathon Park here in Wausau as we have a thriller here for you in boys hockey in this sectional semifinal. And well, folks, it was inevitable that it would be these two teams meeting in a key playoff game. You knew once the season started, these were two of the best, and here they meet 2 games away from the state tournament. My name is Mike Rumman, Brayton Bullis alongside me here for Zaleski Sports, and it is the rubber match. Spash, Wausau West, here on Zaleski Sports. Winner moves on, the loser gets ready for the spring. Today's pregame show is brought to you by Auto Select, located on Schofield Avenue in Weston. They've been providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. With a 3-year nationwide warranty and free roadside assistance at Auto Select, you're good to go. That's Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston and Highway 10 East and Church Street over in Stevens Point. Glad to have all of you joining us wherever you may be, as we got people watching all over. And big thanks as well to AD BJ Brandt getting us connected to the internet, and the administration at Wausau West helping us out. As we do that, let's take a look at how these teams got here. Take a look at our Division I bracket. Division I, Section 1. In this broadcaster's opinion, the most loaded bracket the state has seen in a long, long time. The number 1 seed, Hudson, in action already. That game started at 7, and they're down 1-0, despite outshooting Superior 11-4, about 3 minutes to go in that one. Big thanks to Hudson Raider streaming, keeping us updated on that one. Being 1-0 Superior there. Winner of that game, winner of this game from Hobbs Arena in Eau Claire on Friday night. And, of course, smashing here that 7-3 win over Chippewa Falls. It was really 7-1, a couple late goals for the Cardinals there. Wausau West surviving, coming back, clutch. Owen Progalski was the key player in that one, as they got a 4-3 overtime win in comeback fashion over New Richmond to get to this point. These two teams have met twice already. They've split. Each home team has won their game. We'll talk about that when we come back. We'll listen from our friends over at Auto Select. Get ourselves ready for the puck drop right here on Zaleski Sports.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable, with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
A rapidly filling arena here at Marathon Park. Has been sold out for a couple of days already. They already had it on the door. There were no tickets available for this game when I got here at 5:30. This place was rocking. The girls' game before then was a thriller. Northland Pines taking down the Central Wisconsin Storm by a score of 2-1. It was crazy, and it's going to be even crazier during this game, as, again, it is standing room only. It is going to be one of the best environments you will find in high school sports, period. I don't care who you are, what sport you're covering. You will might not find too much better than what you're going to see tonight here from Marathon Park. Again, today's pregame show has been brought to you by Auto Select, located on Schofield Avenue in Weston. They've been providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. With a 3-year nationwide warranty and free roadside assistance at Auto Select, you're good to go. That's Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston and Highway 10 East and Church Street in Stevens Point. And we'll keep an eye on things over in Hudson as well. But you look at some of the top players in the team. Obviously, each team with some big-time forwards. A couple of 200-point men. Grant Molsky for Spash scored his 121st career goal on Thursday. He's got 208 career points. He was 11th in the state in points and 10th in goals. He was outdone by Cooper DePoit. 41 goals, 41 assists on the season for Cooper. 82 points, 207 career points. He is 5th in the state in points. He was 5th in goals during the regular season. Grady Miller has 14th in points. He's got 192 career points. He had 67 points so far this year. Chase Crass was 17th in points. He's got 150 career. He hit that mark last Thursday. He's got 63 points on this season. 3 20-goal scorers for Wausau West in Progalski, Crass, and DePoit. No surprise, they're on the same line. They scored over 80 goals between the three of them this year. They have been dominant. Molsky and Miller have been spectacular for Spash, and their linemate Bo Schrader is not 19 goals on the season. in this one. As we get set for these two teams, West will be in their home whites, Spash in their visiting blacks as the lights go down. We'll get set to turn things to our public address in just a couple of moments. We'll get set for puck drop. As here we go. This place is going to be awesome. Nowhere else I'd rather be right now than at a hockey rink. And where we're set up, we have Spash walking underneath us, between us. They'll be led by their goaltender, Zach Burdick.
By a score of 1-0.
Zach Burdick and Julian Scalcucci. The matchup for the third time. West won the last one 4-2 here at Marathon Park. After the New Year, right before Christmas, Spash at KB Willett, 6-0 winners. As here come the teams onto the ice. Again, Burdick leading the way for Spash, Julian Scalcucci for the Warriors. As they take the ice, and we're moments away. And once the Motley Crew stops on the PA system, we'll turn things over to our public address. As we're going to need to kickstart our hearts for this one. It's the rubber match between Spash and Wausau West. As we'll get set in just a second, as update as well at intermission, 1-0 Hudson, or 1-0 Superior over Hudson, your score. Now we'll turn things over to our public address.
And the home team on the scoreboard, the Wausau West Warriors. Wausau West High School, Stevens Point area, senior high, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship and education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive, respectful behavior. With the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance and cooperation, demonstrate the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. We'll introduce our starting lineups. First of all, for the Spash Panthers, playing in goal, a junior, number 31, Zach Burdick. On defense, a sophomore, number 10, Jackson Flees. On defense, a senior, number 25, Jerome Poirier. At forward, a senior, number 2, Grant Moski. At forward, a senior, number 8, Brady Miller. And at forward, a sophomore, number 13, Bo Schrader. Joined by the rest of the Panthers, they're coached by Matt Holkamp, Dylan Koss, Nate Bolton, and Tyler Loomis. Now, the starting lineup for the Wausau West Warriors, playing in goal, a junior, number 1, Julian Scalcucci. On defense, a senior, number 21, Tegan Rasmus. On defense, a senior, number 27, Joe Grubin. At forward, a junior, number 9, Owen Pergalski. At forward, a senior, number 10, Chase Brass. And at forward, a senior, number 19, Cooper DePoy. Joined by the rest of the Warriors, they're coached by Travis Brown, Ted White, Sam Leader, Dean Hagedorn, Jacob Sabula, and Jake Bailey. Our officials for tonight's game from Dorchester, Josh Carl, Ryan Burdell, and Justin Peters. We ask those able to please rise and face the flag for the playing of the greatest song on the planet with the national anthem.
Stick taps are done. Teams head to their benches. Puck drop is moments away as Eye of the Tiger gets fired up on the sound system here in Wausau. It'll be Grant Molsky against Cooper DePoit, the opening faceoff. What more would you want? Two of the finalists for the State Player of the Year will take the opening draw here to begin the night. Opening faceoff brought to you by our friends at Design Theory 19. Your home's the heart of your best moments, so make it uniquely yours with Design Theory 19. Visit us downtown Wausau online, designtheory19.com. Design Theory 19, where dreams become design. Again, in net, Julian Scalcucci, 22-1, a 937 save. Zach Burdick for Spash, 18-3, a 940 save. He was tied for the state lead in shutouts among qualified goaltenders with 9. Molsky and DePoit. They have combined in their careers for 415 points. And we're underway. Face-off is won by DePoit. Here's Joe Gravine. He'll send it across for Progalski. That's almost turned over, and now here comes DePoit. He'll skate in. Long-range shot is blocked by Jackson Flees. Now here comes Molsky, and that's turned over and into the Spash bench. We'll get a neutral zone face-off. 12 seconds in. A fast-paced game. Fast face-off taken, one by Spash. Here is Grady Miller trying to protect the puck. He gets taken away by Chase Crass, and that's sent in by Molsky, and they'll chase after it. Scalcucci plays it behind his own net. Fleece will keep it in. He'll send it back. Tegan Rasmus will battle with Bo Schrader, and Schrader wins the puck battle. He'll take a hit, though, and that's over for Joe Gravine. Long-range pass behind everybody, and we'll have an icing to bring things back. They'll line up to the right of Scalcucci. Might as well start a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit fun living group with full-time benefits, and that starts day one at Foundation Finance. Learn more at foundationfinance.com. Second line out, Fletcher Schrader will take the draw against Xander DeBile. Second line for West. Face-off tied up and won by the Warriors as Shea Jones turns it over. Benny Abbott with it now. Back for Logan Ostricki, and that's going to be tipped away. Teddy Westrick as Benny Abbott trying to center it. Fletcher Schrader battling with it. He'll get around Jones. Schrader keeps it on the backhand, drops it off for Beckett Carroll, and that's turned over. And now skating out with it is Hendricks Damro. 2-on-2. Dangles around. Still loose. Shot. And a save made by Burdick. It bounces off the back of the net. First save of the night goes for Zach Burdick on Damro, who made a great move as that's cleared but not out. Kicked forward by Jones. And Damro keeps it in. West, a very big team. Long-range shot in this blocker save, or a pad save made by Burdick off that right leg. Trying to center it again as Ostricki. That'll be banked clear, but not out. Swung around, and chasing it down is DeBile. As he'll hand it off, Beckett Carroll will take it for Spash. West on a change. That one reversed and turned over again. Wraparound attempt off the side of the net by Tanner Zidzik, I should say. Here's Benny Abbott skating out with it for Spash to the red line. He'll just get it in, avoid a couple of hits, and they'll chase after. And Spash to their third line. Johnny Weisen on the forecheck. Next, Middlestat collides with Rowan Robbins, and now Gravine back in there. He will fire it in. They'll chase after it. Bounces to the side. Backhand blocked by Zach Ostricki. You know, Johnny Weiss turns over right in the slot and gets a stick on it. Does Weiss. And that'll be sent out of the zone. They got to go and tag up as Reed Molsky for Johnny Weiss. And now in comes Jace Deedy. Deedy at the slot. Back skates. Takes a hit. As that's popped up, that'll hit the ceiling, and the Wires now force a stoppage with 14:24 on the clock. Mazola from residential to commercial, industrial to agriculture, Newton Electric in Wausau has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1977. Give them a call, find them online, newtonelec.com. Face-off, offensive zone face-off won by West, and they'll battle with Spash's top line out there. Here's Poirier for Miller. Miller up that left wing. He'll chip it in and chase. Avoids the check of Jones. Miller keeps it. He gets rubbed off the puck by Finn Richard. And here's Shea Jones for DePoit, trying to get around Fleece. Gets tied up, and Fleece stands him up and knocks it away. Poirier sends it all the way around for Miller. Miller backhand pass for Molsky. Molsky will skate in with some speed. Molsky trying to weave through, goes around, knocked away. Schrader for Fleece, a shot and save made. May have gotten a piece of the post. Owen Progalski now on the rush. DePoit has it poked away by Miller, who's on the back check. Miller keeps it on his stick, trying to battle, and then there's Chase Crass. He'll skate in with it. Up that left wing to the slot. A shot caught and held by Zach Burdick. 13:30 to go. Shots 2-0 West here in the early going. Second line's out. DeBile against Fletcher Schrader. Face off tied up, won by Spash, but it's swung back into the corner. DeBile is there. He'll send it behind the net for Beckett Carroll, who picks it off. His pass intercepted by Damrow. Fletcher Schrader, and now Carroll back behind the nets. Now here's Fletcher Schrader up that left wing for Benny Abbott. Abbott on the wing. He'll take a big hit from Tegan Rasmus as he dumps it in. Westrick will hit Gravine. But Westrick gets it back, a shot, and then a save made. Centering pass, that's a stick was tied up in the middle of the slot. It would have been a grade A chance. That's chased down by Beckett Carroll. Long range for Westrick. Now here comes Hendricks Damrow. He turns over. Here's Ostricky for Westrick, and they're going to call it offside. And then a shot after the whistle. It's loud, and then we're going to get a big hit late by, I think, Rasmus. As Westrick, again, Westrick, you can barely hear a whistle, even up here. And Westrick took a late shot on net, and Shea Jones is going to get penalized for it, for that hit, for a roughing call. We're going to get a Spash power play out of this. As he leveled Westrick late at 4:13. Again, you can barely hear anything up here. I barely heard the whistle. Westrick took a late shot, and Jones flattened him. Absolutely. Scalcucci put a blocker in his face as well. Face-off won by West. Rasmus trying to clear. As here comes Crass, shorthanded, with DePoit with him. Shot, and a save made by Burdick. That'll bounce to the air, knocked down by Poirier. Backhand for Grady Miller. His pass deflected in for Abbott. Now here's Molsky on the left wing. Gets around. Molsky, shot, save made by Scalcucci, and he'll cover it up. Tried to go short side from a tough angle, and Scalcucci makes the save. Spash stays on the power play. Face-off is cleared, and they'll be chased down by Poirier. They'll be left for Burdick. All the way down Abbott, and that's intercepted and cleared back down by Crass. Minute 18 left on the Shea Jones roughing penalty as Beckett Carroll for Poirier. He'll hit it, Molsky on his tape. Molsky slows it down, sends it all the way around. They'll send it back to the point for Poirier on the right side. Poirier to the half boards for Molsky. Molsky, he'll take a shot through some traffic that's blocked. A shot and Abbott, and that is saved. Now Molsky keeps it in D-to-D for Poirier. Back for Molsky. He'll wire a shot through traffic that's tipped up and behind the net into the netting, out of play. Offensive zone face-off for Spash. They'll bring in their second power play unit, the Schrader twins in Middlestat, with Fleas and Ostricky. Second line penalty killers, DePoit and Krasny out there, but Rasmus in with Gravine. Face-off taken and won by Cooper DePoit. And that's going to be banked and cleared out. Burdick will leave it back behind his net for Jackson Fleas, who will break out with it for Logan Ostricky. He'll go cross ice for Schrader, and that's in for Middlestat. Dumped in and cleared back, and that'll be cleared back to center ice. Jackson Fleece. Well, I'll pick it up for Ostricky. Fleas will get it to the red line, fired in. That'll be stopped by Scalcucci as Rasmus jumps over the puck, and it's Crass backhanding it to the blue line. And Fleece keeps it in. Fletcher Schrader for Bo Schrader, right back for Jackson Fleece. He'll walk into a shot, low shot, blocked out in front, rebound save made, and then the rebound by Middlestad is sent wide. And Jones out of the box, penalty killed off. Here's Bo Schrader. He'll take a shot through traffic and a save made off the right pad of Julian Scalcucci. DePoy, who stayed in that entire time. Here's Crass. He'll try and bank it forward. Schrader sends it back to neutral ice. Pergalski. That's kicked away by Westrick. He'll try and bank it forward, and he skates in with it. He'll get stood up by Shea Jones out of the penalty box. Those are the two guys who combined on that late hit earlier. That's kept in Dede with Weiss and Westrick. Then now West looking to break out, looking for DePoy. He'll drop it off. Here's Crass. Crass gets around one defender. Forehand, shoots, and a save made by Burdick off the blocker. Scramble out in front. Richard gets around. Tough angle shot, and a save made. That's blocked, I should say, by Jace Dede. Westrick. That's past Weiss, banked in, chased down there by Finn Richard. Pergalski, that's turned over. Here comes Molsky. He'll chip it over defender. Molsky going wide. Shorthand looking for the pass, and the stick is tied up, and Schrader keeps it in. Scalcucci collided behind the net. We're going to get a penalty called as Scalcucci and Molsky collided, and who's the penalty going to be on? Or Grady Miller, I should say. Are they going to call a penalty, or are they calling the net loose? I think the net is loose. So no penalty, just a loose net. That's what they called. Scalcucci was trying to draw a goaltender interference call. Molsky will take the draw against Xander DeBile. As Rasmus and Schrader getting into it a little bit, and that's not a fair match for Bo Schrader. He's given up a foot on Tegan Rasmus. The game we were at in Willett, Rasmus was the center of a lot of the anger between the two teams. Fleece to the half boards for Schrader. A tough angle shot deflected, and a save made. Rebound cleared out into the corner, as here comes Hendricks Damrell with it. That one sent in onside, a shot, and that's sent wide, and that's banked back out towards center. Chased down by Joe Gravine. Shots 5-2 Spash. Molsky keeps it in right at the blue line. It's blocked out in front, and now here comes Damrell with it again. Damrell, he'll skate in onside. Shot, gloved, and caught by Burdick. Mazzol, that salt on the road, wreaking havoc on your vehicle. Stop at Tommy's Express Car Wash. And not only does that salt make your car look nasty, it can cause damage to the vehicle. Keep it clean with the help of the Tommy Club membership. That's unlimited washes for one low monthly price. Weston, Wausau, Plover, and Stevens Point. Download the app today for 1 month free. Free vacuums, free automatic mat washers, and all in less than 2 minutes. Face-off tied up, and West has it. Played back for Richard. That's blocked by Teddy Westrick at the point. Schrader just turns and fires it to the red line. And now here's Shea Jones in for Luke Sari. That's wired around for Benny Abbott, who will pick it for Spash. Into the skates of Rowan Robbins, and that's cleared back to neutral ice. Jones to Richard, his D partner, and that's overskated. Westrick battles along with Sari. And in with it is Braylon Steinke. He'll try and center it. Burdick will cover it up. And they're jabbing away, and they're finally going to blow the whistle with some pushing and shoving at the net front. I said it to everyone who has asked me this week, these two teams, hate might be a strong word, but it might not be wrong. There is absolutely no love lost between these two teams. They're not going to be exchanging Christmas cards. And whoever survives is going to be battle-tested to the max. Here's Johnny Weiss with a steal. Weiss trying to get around Richard, and he does. Weiss into the corner. Jones beats him to the puck, and they'll battle. That's centered right in front of the net. Richard, though, is there. He'll send it to the right wing for Crass. And we're going to get Carroll as we had a collision. That's what a block from his feet. Shot. Pergalski sends it high and wide. DePoy had a spectacular pass block from his face. Here's Dede in for Middlestad, who gets stood up by Jones, as now Richard. Swung around the near side boards. Middlestad throws a little bit of a chicken wing, and here's Carroll. Carroll, a long saucer blocked by Jones. Schrader avoids a hit. Now Miller, he turns it over for Pregame, and that's banked all the way down. That'll be an icing to bring things back. 7:23 to go. Shots 5-5 here in the first. Update as well. Second period, still 1-0. Face off one, back here's Zach Ostricky. He'll take a shot through traffic, it's blocked and tipped up high. It'll stay in the offensive zone. Backus Family Chiropractic and Ross Childs providing from personalized chiropractic care no matter what your issue your body's battling. From migraines and anxiety to stress or a wide variety of youth issues, let Backus Family Chiropractic give you back the life you deserve. Face off, taken and won by DeBile, and it goes back for Tegan Rasmus. And up to the wing. What a pass. Damrow, a shot, and that's wide. Pass from Tyler Wendell. And it goes back towards center. Gravine will send it in. They'll have to go and tag up. Reed Molsky looking to break out. The brother pairing, Molsky and Ostricky. Here's Grady Miller in on side. Up left. He gets a stick lifted nicely by DeBile. They collide. Rasmus holding on to his stick. And here we go, and now they're going to battle. We're going to get penalties here. Are they going to get both of them or just one or what? As Rasmus was holding Miller's stick and Miller took a swing. He had him chicken winged, and they're going to bring the face-off all the way down into the west offensive zone. Schrader will take the draw and win it. Jackson Fleece all the way around to the wing for Benny Abbott. He'll backhand one for Westrick. He'll get in for Fletcher Schrader in onside. Schrader, he overskates it and is turned over. Here comes Owen Pregame looking for the home run pass for DePoit. DePoit gets knocked down by Poirier. And Poirier trying to bank it up the near side boards for Westrick and turns it over. Puck battle along the near side boards into the corner. Krass gets it. A shot. He scores! Chase Krass opens the scoring, and West takes a 1-0 lead at 10:49. Chase Krass with our first Serve Pro goal of the night. Call Serve Pro the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, it's like it never happened. He went 5-hole on Burdick, and the Warriors strike first. For Krass, that is his 26th of the year. Face off one by Gravine. Or by West as Gravine has it now. He'll get it forward for Wendell. That's banked forward for Weiss. He'll fire it in and they'll chase it down. Rasmus tries to throw a hit on Dede. Warriors skating out with it. We'll wait for the assists here. DePoit. Krass from DePoit. Carroll along the near side boards. Weiss. He'll take a hit. Gravine takes a hit from Carroll. And they'll clear it out. That one tipped in. That's going to be just wide and steered away by Burdick. Here's Carroll. He'll leave it for Logan Ostricky. For Grady Miller. Into the skates of Logan Ostricky. Ostricky centers it. Shot. Save made by Skalkuchi off of Molsky. That's turned over. Bo Schrader with it. In for Molsky at the faceoff dot. Molsky for Miller. Shot. Tipped forward. Still loose. And paddled away by Skalkuchi. Point blank. Rebound. Molsky robbed by Skalkuchi. That one kept into the zone. And now Miller. Miller for Schrader, who can't get a shot off, but he chases it back down. Centering it back to the point for Zach Ostricky. That's blocked out in front by Damrow. And cleared back towards center. Reed Molsky. That's chipped in by Grant Molsky. They'll chase it back down. Here's Richard. As Zach Ostricky can't keep it in. And now, but they're going to take up 4-on-1. Here's Molsky. Shot. And it's save made, or maybe just wide by Grady Miller on a 3-on-1. And now here comes Crass. Burdick's going to cover it up as Crass couldn't quite get there and forced the face-off. Julian Scalcucci on fire. 1-0 West on the Chase Crass goal. Might as well the Bruce Brothers brings you award-winning burgers for lunch and dinner since 2013. Open 7 days a week with a lineup of cold drinks. It's all at Bruce Brothers, just off Highway 29 in Weston. As they'll battle in the corner with Fleece. Back for Teddy Westrick up that right wing. Into the skates of Fletcher, or Benny Abbott gets around Rasmus, who blows the tire. Shot, and that's through the blue paint and into the corner. Pergalski and Westrick trying to force a turnover. It's cleared back to neutralize, backhanded by DePoit, but knocked down there by Jerome Poirier. Here's Fletcher Schrader for Benny Abbott. He'll get to the face-off dot. Centering, and that's through the blue paint. Poirier. He'll take one on net, and that's saved and held by Scalcucci. Update as well, 1-1 over in Hudson. 10 minutes to go, second period. Hudson out shooting superior, 17-6 in that game. Face-off tied up. No battle in the corner. Gravine and Middlestad as Didi takes a sandwich hit from Rasmus. And the Bible turnover. Here's Fleece. Shot, save made, rebound, and scores! Johnny Weiss ties it up 1-1. The freshman for the Spash Panthers knots it up on the rebound. We are tied 13-36. Time of the goal for Johnny Weiss. His 5th of the season and his first since his hat trick against Wisconsin Rapids a few weeks ago. As the Johnny chant starting from the Spash students off to our left. And it's a brand new game, 1-1. Face-off once again won by Cooper DePoit as Pergalski will fire it in. Burdick will believe it, and he'll swing it around the right side boards for Grady Miller. Here's Schrader, too far behind him. Flees and Didi with the assists. Schrader trying to backhand a pass through. He'll get it back for Miller in the corner. Grady Miller. They'll cycle for Molsky, and he'll try and backhand it through. Jones gets a little bit of a natural pick to get around both. Schrader cleared back, looking for the breakaway for Pergalski. And they'll collide and trip up Molsky. Now here comes DePoit. Here's the 40 goal man looking to sauce a pass for Pergalski. You know, Stricky was there. Played back for DePoit as they'll take a hit in the corner. It's been a hard-hitting physical first period so far. Here's Bo Schrader. Right on the tape of Molsky. Molsky in on side for Miller for Schrader. For Miller. Shoots off the side. What a save by Scalcucci, robbing Grady Miller. Glove down by Ostricky. Here comes DePoit with speed. And he's stick checked away by Carroll. DePoit trying to send it across. It's knocked down by Miller. Back to the point it goes through traffic, and that's wide and blockered away by Burdick. Off of Rasmus. Here's Gravine, a shot caught and held by Zach Burdick. So goals by Chase Crass and Johnny Weiss. Have this a 1-1 game, but the story of the night so far is Julian Scalcucci and how much Grady Miller does not like him right now. He's robbed him at least twice. Couple of 10-bell saves for the talented goaltender. Two of the best goalies in the state right here. That one through traffic, tipped, and Burdick is there. He'll cover it up and force a stoppage. That was tipped out in front by Luke Sari. Hope wherever you are, your heart rate is not nearly the level of mine right now. What a game so far. Abbott pins it up, and here we go. Here's Westrick in on side up the left wing. Looking to center it for Schrader, and Scalcucci gets there in time to cover it up. Spash out shooting West 14-12 with 1:43 to go here in the first. Upstate as well. Hudson has taken the lead 2-1. 8 minutes to go over Superior. Winner of that game, winner of this one in Eau Claire on Friday night for a berth at state, as that face-off is sent all the way to the net and covered up by Scalcucci. It's actually not as high as I thought it would be. It's still double digits. Face-off one. Poirier, a one-timer, is blocked by his own teammate, Westrick, as he'll get held up by Tyler Wendell. He'll be played back towards center. Here's Jackson Fleece. Here comes Schrader. Schrader gets around, trying to get around, looking for Poirier back at the point. Poirier to the slot for Fleece. Fleece, a shot through traffic and a save made. Rebound trying to center it short side, and it's going to be a whistle and a stoppage. Where's the puck? It's in the pads, I think, of Scalcucci in his glove, as he will stop it. And a minute 15 to go here in the first. And Chase Crass scored at 10:49 at 13:36. Johnny Weiss answered. And it's the two top lines will face it off. Face-off one by West, but Spash keeps it in with Logan Ostricki. Finds Carroll a one-timer, and that's tipped high. Rebound, Fanning on it. Maybe a stick lift at the last second, saves the day. Pergalski kicks it back, and they'll turn it over. Schrader, as we near the final minute, here's Miller. Miller getting around Gravine. Forehand, backhand, still loose. Where's the puck? Scalcucci covers it up and makes another big-time save, and the fireworks continue. Miller and Rasmus, the two guys most likely to get into it, are naturally getting into it. If you're going to say there's going to be two guys going coincidental minors, it's probably those two. They are both extremely good at getting under an opponent's skin, and they're both really talented players to boot. Face-off one by West, but Spash has it. Scalcucci tying up as he got a trip. And Scalcucci is able to cover it back up as Miller and Schrader crashing the net with 48 seconds to go here in the first. Face-off, one by West, and here's Crass who's got the goal. He'll turn it over though. Here's Molsky at the dot for Miller from the slot. That's blocked. Point shot tipped wide by Miller. Miller gets buried into the corner by Rasmus. DePoint plays a hit on Schrader. They'll tie it up again. Smolsky with a centering attempt, and that's tipped wide. And we're going to have whistles and the net come off again, or what's the... Looks like this, once again the net comes off its moorings. Offensive zone face-off for Spash. Warriors skate out with it. Here's Cooper DePoint trying to get a last-minute goal here. That's blocked out in front. Middlestat can't get it out, and they do get it back to neutralize Carroll. That's blocked by Dede, and it's chased down by Shea Jones with 7 seconds left. Jones looking for one last rush, banks it all the way down. Turned over by Ostricki. He will skate it in, and he'll take a hit at the blue line, and the period is over, and the officials immediately skate in to separate the two teams. After one, it's a 1-1 game. Everything you could have asked for and more. Shots 18-12 for Spash as you are watching sectional semifinal hockey on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
First intermission here. Time to take a look at our halftime adjustments brought to you by Innovative Health. Let's talk about those adjustments the teams will need to make. We'll start with the Spash Panthers, and for them it is ramping up, or it's really keeping their composure. Only the one penalty drawn. Both teams could have been called for multiple each time, whether it's late hits or holding the stick or some interference. They're letting them play tonight, and it's up to Spash to kind of control that and let their emotions be kind of on the wayside. That was an issue last year when they lost to Chippewa Falls in the playoffs. It was an issue when they played West here earlier this season. And that's their biggest weakness, is sometimes their own emotional stability at times, not for lack of a better word. If you're Wausau West, you want to keep putting shots on net. You're winning the physical battle. You're winning the face-off battle. And you got the goal through some traffic through Burdick, one that he's going to want back. But you were able to get that first goal and get some momentum, get your crowd fired up in what is an electric atmosphere right now. But now you got to build off that. Your goalie is keeping you in this game. Scalcucci's made 18 saves. He's been awesome. But a lot of times a goalie can't last forever. Drew Brovold was an example of that at point on Thursday. He made 55 saves, but gave up 7 goals. So it all comes down to helping your goaltender when he is playing like he has so far. If you're Wausau West, you want to turn the ice back in your favor, because really the last 5 or so minutes, it was all Spash. Starting with that Weiss goal, they controlled the pace of play in that one. Those are our first period adjustments by Innovative Health in Weston, providing complete chiropractic care to the greater Wausau area. And if you've been benched by aches and pains, Innovative Health is going to get you back in the game with the right adjustments to help you feel better so you can live better. We'll have all of your stats and summaries on the way on Zaleski Sports.
If the check engine light comes on in your car, do you address it or hope it goes away on its own? Pain is your body's check engine light signaling that something isn't right. Innovative Health in Weston can help identify and fix the aches and pains of everyday life. We deliver effective chiropractic care for every joint in your body, from your neck to your back to your knees and feet. With 4 doctors on staff and advanced treatment options, we've been consistently voted a top chiropractic and sports medicine clinic in central Wisconsin. Whether you're a high school athlete, a pregnant mom, or just feeling the wear and tear of life, give us a call at Innovative Health in Weston today.
Feel better, live better, Innovative Health.
First intermission continues here. Take a look at some of the numbers for this one. We'll look at the scoring first. It started at 10:49 after some back and forth play. Chase Krass got one through some traffic, went 5-hole on Burdick on the assist from Cooper DuPoint. His 83rd point of the season for Cooper. His magical senior year continues. And him and Krass give West the 1-0 lead. Spash, though, would then start to turn things back in their favor. And it would be at 13:36. On a rebound, freshman Johnny Weiss would fire one through some traffic on the rebound, assisted by Jackson Fleece from the point and Jace Deedy to tie things up 1-1. And then after that, it was all Julian Scalcucci. He had made some unreal 10-bell saves that made you think how much tape of watching he was of Connor Hellebuck. Or Frankel. from the women's team. Like what some of those saves, he gave some rebounds, but he was making those first saves. And I'm sure Grady Miller is sick of seeing him already with a couple of saves he made on him to keep this 1-1. Shots 19-11 Spash, so 18 saves in that first period for Scalcucci. Burdick made top 10 of 11. The only penalty was a roughing call for Shea Jones at 4:13 after, again, this place was so loud, I couldn't even hear the whistle up here. I'll tell you, Westrick, right after the whistle, took a kind of soft shot toward the net. Scalcucci threw a blocker into him as he went behind the net, and then Jones came blindside and leveled him. Just a massive hit in the open ice. That was called immediately. He protested, but no avail. It was a power play that was killed off by a very good Warrior penalty kill, as everything you expect of this one has happened. 1-1 after one. An update as well with 1:16 to go in the second. It is 2-1 Hudson up on Superior. Winner of that game, winner of this game at Hobbs Arena in Eau Claire Friday night. We'll have that game on Zaleski Sports. I think it's 7 o'clock puck drop as well. We hear from some more of our great sponsors, brought to you tonight by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Buy 3 and get 1 free is back at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $100 back on a select set of 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card through February 27 at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
I knew I wanted to start an agency that honored those small town values like relationships and service. Our mission is to sell insurance ethically and with integrity to protect our clients' needs today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Not everybody understands insurance, and it's a good day when I can help give peace of mind.
Working with Access Insurance, we are a team, so you don't just get one of us, you get all 4 of us. Access Insurance Agency, our business revolves around you.
Take your education out of the classroom and give new spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
The first tube was bent in 1968 back in a garage by our house. Shortly after that, we moved into a rented space in a machine shop.
Moving into this building in 2000 at 90,000 square feet.
So right now we sit at 165,000 square feet.
150 employees. Every day we look at how grateful we are to be where we are, but we never forget where we started. Here at J&D Tube Benders, we're a full custom hydraulic tube manufacturer. We can do anything from your simple bent tube component to a fully welded assembly.
Elite Auto Care on Schofield Avenue in Weston offers the best in automotive care and repair. This locally owned and operated repair group features a full staff of ASE certified technicians. They are ready to handle all major and minor repairs to get you back on the road. For any make, any model vehicle, look to Elite Auto Care for repairs. From general maintenance and preventative care like oil changes and tire rotations, to those more challenging issues like air conditioning, brakes, and engine issues. Elite Auto also offers a full selection of tires to fit your vehicle needs. For your next auto needs, turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business, on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Intermission continues here. We'll take a look at around the Zaleski Sports scoreboard. 3 other games going on. Girls basketball action and playoffs. Last minute, Marshfield's going to be moving on. They're up 62-22 on Merrill, so the Tigers will move on to Friday. Looks like it is gone final over in Marshfield. Columbus Catholic, a dominating win over Port Edwards in the 4-13 matchup, 88-20, 88-23 the final score in that one. So Columbus Catholic moving on to Friday, and looks like second half just about to start in Wausau. Newman Catholic 39-29 up on Prentice. You can find all those games at Zaleski Sports and ZaleskiSports.com, as well as our latest scores and standings, our final standings from the season we've got for statewide in basketball and select hockey conferences as well. And stay tuned. Tomorrow we're going to have all of those bracket graphics you've been seeing on our social media. Those will be updated tonight as well when I get home for hockey and girls basketball. And we'll get those up for you guys so you can see where your favorite team is playing if they are moving on Friday nights. In both girls basketball and in hockey, of course, I will be in Eau Claire on Friday night with the sectional final. Winner of this game and the winner of Hudson Superior will match up at Hobbs Arena. Myself and Dan Lau will be there for that one. over in Eau Claire. Wait for the final couple of minutes to tick off the clock. We'll have one more quick break here from some more of our great sponsors. Everyone, if you can, please go and support these small businesses. We're so thankful for them helping us bring you these games free here on Zaleski Sports. We're so glad to be here. And this night is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Hey, Brian Butch called.
Brian Butch?
He really loves Abbey Bank, but he wants to work here.
What are we going to do with him?
I don't know. Let's let him try a few different jobs.
Let's get you that loan.
Brian, buddy, you're really good at basketball, but maybe leave the banking to us.
For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids at school, visit the public library, drive past the fire station, or even in the industrial park. Scherer Construction has helped countless homeowners with bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or educational construction project, join the countless others who have put their faith in Scherer Construction. Find their location right here in Wausau or online at schererconstruction.com.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Ruth Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
You can see the Panthers below, right below us where we are standing here in press row. Set to take the ice. Burdick just waiting for the go-ahead to get on the ice. As well, JS Construction for their reliability, quality, and professionalism. They've added shower doors and glass to their services. JAS Shower Doors and Glass offers accurate measurements, clean installation, as well as fair and competitive pricing. If you need a new shower door or you're ready to ditch the curtain, give them a call, 715-675-0848, and get a quote today. As the Panthers take the ice, and so do the Warriors. Burdick and Scalcucci heading out there. They'll switch sides. Look like a glove tap there between the two netminders. Two of the very best in the state this year. Again, Scalcucci came to over 930 save. Burdick was at 940. They combined for 13 shutouts between the two. As these two longtime rivals set to duke it out for the second period. Spash will skate right to left as you look at your screen. Wausau West left to right. Goals from Chase Crass and Johnny Weiss. As DePoint and Moski will face off at center ice. And it's won this time by Spash, and we're underway. Bo Schrader will just fire one in off the bench door. Scalcucci will backhand one up the left side for Crass. And Crass has it chipped away there. Now he will skate out with it up that right wing. Gets around Schrader. Centering for Progolski. A shot and a save made off the blocker and out of play. Burdick with a big-time save right off the bat. As a beautiful passing play as Progolski was trailing his two forwards ahead of him. Was able to walk into one from right in the middle of the slot. Face off one again by Spash. Here's Bo Schrader, left wing. He'll get pinched off the puck by Rasmus. There's Miller looking to center it. That's tipped away last second by Joe Gravine. DePoint turns it over. Grabowski from the slot. A shot that's tipped wide. Rebound, Moski. That's wide as well. May have gotten outside of the post. Flees into the skates of Schrader. He'll cycle back for Miller. Miller battling with Rasmus again in the corner. Molsky keeps it in. That's to Schrader. Backhand for Miller. Shot. That's blocked and into the netting it goes to force a face-off. Might as well buy 3 and get 1 free tire sales on now. Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Buy 3 tires, get 1 free, and find your location, SherrillTire.com. Second line's out, face-off tied up and won by West. But Westrick on net is able to jump in and take a shot. And Scalcucci is Johnny on the spot again. In this case, Julian on the spot. 57 seconds in, Spash just took their 20th shot on net. They put 62 on Chippewa Falls last week. Jones trying to backhand one out. Abbott can't do it, and now here comes Hendricks Damrow. Damrow takes a shot, and that's off the blocker, and into the corner it goes. Ostricki will battle with Tyler Wendell. Here's Westrick for Benny Abbott. Abbott just slides it in past the red line. He'll win the race with Richard. Richard, though, is able to pinch it and knock it away, and now Schrader battles in the corner for Finn. Richard comes out with it for his defense partner, Shea Jones. Here's Wendell, long-range pass just out of the reach of Damrow. That'll be an icing to bring things back. Might as well discover unbeatable deals and award-winning service at Lead Car Toyota Wausau, your full-service destination for everything Toyota, including the state-of-the-art Collision Center. Find them on North 20th Avenue here in Wausau. Third line's in. Rowan Robbins against Max Middlestat to face off here. Its face-off is won. And jumping in is Luke Sari. He'll chip it in and chase after it. Reed Molsky and Zach Ostricki, and it's Molsky for Didi. Didi had the secondary assist as he gets it back from Molsky. Here's Weiss. He'll chip one in. That's deflected to the near corner. Rasmus battling with it. Here comes Weiss. A shot and a save made. Rebound. And Scalcucci's getting right back in there to rob Didi. Weiss and Didi had a couple of chances there. And Scalcucci once again makes the stop. Face-off won by Spash. Now Didi sends it all the way around. Not much on it, though, and it's taken there by Sari. He's knocked off the puck by Weiss. They'll try and get a cycle going, but Rasmus steps up. And now skating without it back towards center, just off the heel of the stick of Sari. He'll backhand one. A monster hit by Weiss. Right in front of the West bench, shows a cheer from the students. That's saucered and a bouncing puck. Knocked down for Tanner Zidzik. Battle along the near side. Molsky back out with it. Trying to center it, and that's intercepted, and it gets to neutral ice. DePoit battling with Molsky. He'll play it back to his D, and Rasmus in for Krass. Krass looking for a tough angle shot. Drops off. What a pass! Pergolski lows it, and the shot is tipped off the post. Krass puts one off the pipe. We're going to get a penalty called. A hooking call on Grady Miller's going to the box for a hook. We're going to get our first look at the Warrior power play at 2:55 here in the second period. Power play brought to you by France Propane, your locally owned complete service propane company. They serve all of central Wisconsin for over 2 generations. Learn more at francepropane.com. France Propane, local quality family. Face-off taken, won by the Warriors. Krass on the point with DePoit. DePoit back for Krass. To traffic, and Burdick's able to see it and stop it. Shots 21-16. Fletcher Schrader's going to take the draw, and it goes back for the point for Jones. He'll send it back. Fleece battling with Wendell. That's chipped in, and they'll battle again. That's to the corner. It goes for Benny Abbott. Abbott wires it all the way around, but it doesn't have much on it. Warriors keep it in. Looks to set up. Pergolski drops it back for Krass on the right point. To DePoit. He'll walk in to the left to the face-off dot. Krass wires one in, and that's wide. Rebound is wide again. Burdick dives on top and covers. One of the best power plays in the state, if not the best power play in the state, going to work. And Burdick under siege here in the early second. Face-off won by Jace Didi. Carroll being held. He got a horse collar, and he'll clear it. Krass. He'll drop it, and DePoit's going to bring it up with some speed. DePoit gets around a couple of defenders trying to dangle, and he can't do it. Beckett Carroll almost turns it over, and Didi's going to get there in time. And he's going to roll it, and they can't get it out. DePoint was there at the point. Back for Crass, right side. He'll bring it down to the goal line, looking to center it, and that's in his skates, and he can't quite get there. Centering, turned over, and Didi can't get it out as Carroll with it. Carroll dancing, still going. He makes it up the glass and down. 30 seconds left on the penalty to Grady Miller. Long range pass to the point, and they're going to try and regroup quickly. Ostricki, though, is there. He'll wire it all the way around the boards and back out. Shea Jones will take it. As DePoint, or that's turned over again. Fleece knocked down there, and here comes Molsky, shorthanded. Grant Molsky coming up, 2-on-1 developing. Molsky drops it off. Schrader shoots, scores! Shorthanded Bo Schrader gives Spash the lead, 2-1. On the assist from Molsky on the shorty at 4:49. And it's the 20th goal for Bo Schrader this season. Everyone played the shot for Molsky. He drops it off, and Bo Schrader gets number 20. And now Spash with a 2-1 lead. Shots 22-17, and the penalty is killed off as Gravine throws a hit. Here's Damro. He shoots it wide. Schrader from Molsky, the scoring on the goal. 4:49, time of the goal. Miller back in there. Rasmus battling with Schrader. Miller there as well. They'll send it up to the near side board. Poirier looking for a tip, and it's wide. Reed Molsky backhands it as Schrader hits the ice. Stepping in, Reed Molsky. He'll take a shot. That's tipped down and off the left pad of Skalkucci. Fletcher now looking to center. Schrader to Schrader. That's going to bank all the way back down to neutral ice. And Molsky will roll it off for Jerome Poirier. Reed Molsky banks it in. Westrick trying to tip it in. Here's Fletcher Schrader in. Schrader gets some space. Looking for a tip. That's blocked out in front by Joe Gravine. That's skipped too far. No icing. Rasmus will chase it down. He'll try and pin Fletcher Schrader on the boards. Abbott still loose, and Westrick couldn't get a stick on it. Here comes Wendell, in with Damro on the right wing. Damro trying to center it, and that's blocked by the skate of Abbott. But now DePoint onto the ice. He'll send one around. Here's Benny Abbott on the wing. Knocked down. Here's Middlestat skating in with it. Middlestat gets around Jones. Middlestat looking to center. Jones erases him off the puck. And Spash with the speed, but the size clearly in the favor of the Warriors. As they'll pin Westrick and Middlestat battling with Jones and DePoint, and they're going to back in there once again, back into that scrum, and it goes behind the net for Finn Richard. Damro turns it over. Here's Westrick in the slot. His shot blocked. Kept in and still in, and it'll be chipped away. Spash will get a line change as Richard will skate out with it. Long range for DePoint into the right wing with Numbers. Trying to center. That's kicked away by Beckett Carroll. They tried to free Pergalski. Now here's Crass with it behind the net. Crass back to the point for Richard. He'll just cycle it. Here's DePoint. Looking to center. Burdick is there. Rebound still loose. Where's the puck? Ostricki is able to get it clear as Abbott now out with it and they get a tire blown. 2-on-1 developing. Abbott. His pass blocked. Abbott still with it. A shot. Gloved and held by Skalkucci. What a play by Shea Jones preventing that 2-on-1 as Weiss would have been in alone if he hadn't blocked that pass. 9:27 to go. 24-17 the shots for Spash. The score 2-1 for Spash. Top lines out. Molsky and DePoint. Face off one clean, but all the way back to neutral ice. As well, for 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown community, your hometown team. Local, trusted, and strong. Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first. Federally insured by NCUA. And that'll be sent in as Rasmus tries to drop the keister into Miller. Here's Gravine. Backhanded up to the near side. Fleece pinching on the play. And on the rush, he'll glove it down to his own stick. Plays it back to the point, turned over. Here's Owen Pergalski. And his pass intercepted by Molsky. Schrader will just wire it in as they had to go and tag up. Stopped behind the net by Scalcucci. Drops it for Joe Gravine. Molsky tries to hit the plate. Gets a piece of him a little bit. Here's Prigalski. Looking to center for Krass. A shot, a save made. Rebound. And another save by Burdick. Flying like a birdie. Burdick stops the play. Gravine through traffic. Tipped up and into the net. Zachary Burdick. I've covered a dozen of the games this year. There's a reason they call him Birdie. Sometimes he can fly. Wow. Both goaltenders have been phenomenal. That one through traffic, gloved and held by Burdick. Update as well. Third period underway over at Hudson. Raiders up 2-1 on Superior. Shots 26-18 in favor of the Raiders. The number 1 seed. As faceoff was won, here's Zach Ostricki. Drops it off for Fletcher Schrader. Schrader's going to center. That's going to be tipped out back to center ice. Here's Shea Jones. He'll bank it forward for Rowan Robbins. That's knocked down. Here is a shot and a save made off the blocker off of Braylon Steinke. That's back to the point. Jones walks into one and caught and held. And here we go again. Robbins getting into it a little bit with Reed Molsky. Shots 24-21. Meisel Peterson Kramer Funeral Home is committed to providing personal and compassionate care for each customer. Let Peterson Kramer Funeral Home step up for you in your time of need. Face-off taken one by the Warriors as Damrow wheels around, guarded by Beckett Carroll. Carroll blows a tire. Damrow's going to be able to walk in, looking to center, and that's blocked out in front by Middlestat and Weiss. But they can't get it back out of the zone. Now Wendell, and that'll be kept in and carried back out by Damrow, forced by Weiss. They'll chip it in. It'll be chased down by Beckett Carroll. He'll wire it all the way around for Dede. He can't get it out, though, and here comes Damrow looking to center on the backhand, and here comes Dede out with it. Ostricki on the rush with him. Dede gets around Richard. Jace Dede's got room. He shoots. He scores! Jace Dede makes it 3-1. Jace Dede gives Spash a 3-1 lead as he got around Richard and goes short side. At 9:29. Here's Gravine. And here comes the point. He's poked away. Jace Dede. Unassisted. And here comes Miller in with it. Miller gets some traffic, a shoot, and that's blocked out in front by Rasmus. Spash looking to put some more pressure on with a 2-goal lead. The rubber match between these two teams. Carroll from the point. That's blocked off by DePoit. That's back behind the net. Schrader trying to bank it in. They'll battle with it, and it'll be Grady Miller for Molsky. One-timer and a save made. Tried to go 5-hole, and Scalcucci got the stick down. Carroll leaves it for Miller. Miller turns and skates in onside. Miller for Schrader. Schrader drops it. Ostricki trailing. Save made by Scalcucci. DePoy was trying to leak forward. That's kept in the zone. And Miller is slow to get up after he took a hit from Rasmus. And he'll battle with Westrick. And we're going to get a penalty called. And an interference call on Gravine. .10:46 time of the penalty on Joe Gravine. So Miller's not able to be out on this power play as he's getting looked at. He took an elbow from Rasmus. As face-off was won by Spash. Back for Carroll, back for Poirier on the D. Here's Molsky. Through traffic, Scalcucci goes through him, but he gets back behind the net, and Jones will send it around trying to clear. He can't. Here's Jerome Poirier. Carroll through traffic, tipped. Rebound, still loose. Schrader trying to get it to the net, he can't. Back for Carroll. Carroll banks it across for Molsky. Back for Poirier on the right point. Now Molsky. He'll shoot. That's tipped and blocked out in front by Abbott. We're going to get a penalty call. It's going to be a 5-on-3. We're going to get a 5-on-3 for a minute 16, as it looks like Wendell's going to go in for a trip. No, it's going to be who's going in? Richard? Oh, they're going to call it on Scalcucci, so the goaltender gets one. Who's on the ice. So a 5-on-3 as DeBile will serve the penalty. That one banked forward, and Molsky is shot just wide. They're going to call it on DeBile for the trip. So here's Abbott. Carroll, D to D. Carroll to the goal line for Schrader. Looking for the one-timer. Poirier has it back. Drop for Molsky. Molsky turns, shoots, save made, still loose, rebound, and still loose. Trying to chip it in, and that's cleared. Scalcucci with a couple of big saves, and they get the clear. Spash swarming the net, 30 shots on net. Poirier in with some speed, drops it for Molsky, skate to stick. Shot, scores! Grant Molsky goes top corner, right over the right shoulder. It's 4-1. At 12:21, time of the goal, Grant Molsky makes it 4-1. He wired it right over the right shoulder of Scalcucci. And that's the danger of a 5-on-3, is you can give shooters time to set up and find some open space. And Molsky says, thank you very much. And Spash will remain on the power play for a minute, and we're going to have a timeout taken by West. We'll keep it here. Might as well, they're looking for a workplace that invests in you. Join the Wausau team of Great Lakes Cheese, the place where people matter and careers are built to last, with competitive pay and benefits and a workplace culture that feels like home. There's never been a better time to apply. Learn more at GreatLakesCheese.com. For Molsky, that's his 38th goal of the season. Molsky from Poirier. The combination on the goal on the power play as timeout taken. My coach, Travis Brown. Update as well. Hudson now up 3-1. With 9 minutes to go in that one. So it's looking, and I heard some people talking when I was at Willett last week for Smash that it's the revenge tour. It was Chippewa Falls, the team who knocked them out for 2 straight years, their biggest rival in Wausau West tonight, and then one of the other teams that beat them this year in Hudson, potentially looming on Friday. Smash's losses were Neenah, Hudson, and Wausau West. They got their revenge on Neenah when they played again in the regular season. They're looking for their revenge on West right now, and they want a chance at Hudson. After the face-off, Spash remains on the power play for another minute. Fleece, Schrader dumps it in for Middlestat. Back for Jackson Fleece. Ostricky. He'll center, and that's too far behind Schrader. Hustling forward is Jackson Fleece. Jumps in on the rush. Middlestat behind the net. Banks it back for Logan Ostricky. Ostricky D to D for Fleece. He'll take a shot, and that's high. Tipped up and out of play. And Scalcucci and Middlestat kind of tangle. And the one thing I do tend to worry about a little bit as this game, as Spash extends this lead, do we see any extracurriculars from either team? These teams have, over the years, gotten to some mighty fine tussles. Face-off won, but cleared back to Schrader on the left point. Fletcher Schrader for Fleece, for Ostricky. He'll take a shot. That's caught and held by Scalcucci. Another big save for Julian. Update as well. Muskego up on Brookfield 3-1. Still 31 seconds left on the penalty. Spash is going to bring out their third line. Weiss will take the draw. Ethan Fisher on the ice for the first time that I remember tonight. Here comes Cooper DePoit trying to get back into this one. He chips it through, and Ostricky's going to call for an interference call. So West is going to go on the advantage as Ostricky's going to go off for interference. .13:09, time of the penalty. On Logan Ostricky, who will head off for interference. It'll be 21 seconds of 4-on-4 and then a Wausau West power play. It's easily the right call. DePoy tried to dangle around, and Ostricky stood him up and held him. So 4-on-4 for 21 seconds. Face-off one. Carroll can't clear it. It goes back to Pergalski on the point through traffic, and that's blocked out in front by Jerome Poirier. He'll backhand, but not out. Here's Krass looking to center, and Poirier ties up DePoit's stick enough. Molsky can't get it out. Pergalski keeps it in. That one blocked, and now DeBile out of the box. A power play for Wausau West. The chance to chip away at this deficit. Krass with it. He'll send it all the way down to the goal line. Looking to center. That's through the blue paint. Trying to bank it forward. Still loose. Jones going to try and step in. Poked way back to the point. Krass through some traffic. That's blocked out in front. Here comes Benny Abbott shorthanded. Benny Abbott skates on the left wing. Shoots. And he tries to go far side. And it's wide. Molsky will just bank it in. Back for Abbott. And he'll roll it along and kill some time. Spash with a couple of new penalty killers on. Bo Schrader and Max Middlestadt. Krass drops it for Cooper DePoit. He'll drop it in, take a hit from Fleece. Here's Bo Schrader with it. He'll wire one down and clear. 2.5 to go here in the second. 4-1 Spash, a 3-goal period for the Panthers. And that's almost turned over, and Scalcucci's got to cover it up. And he'll force a face-off in the offensive zone for the Spash Panthers. .2:30 on the clock. Draw one by Wausau West. Rasmus finds Damrow. Damrow drops it for Tegan Rasmus. He's going to skate in with it. He'll wire a shot. That's off the blocker and then tipped over the net by Burdick. Back for Gravine. He'll go back to Rasmus, point to point. Rasmus looking to center. Shot still loose. Another save by Burdick. And Zach Ostricky pops it up into the air. It'll go into the ceiling. And forcing a stoppage with 2:01 on the clock. 10 seconds left on the Ostricky penalty. That one, Gravine just sends it back in behind the net. Poirier chasing it down. 5 seconds left on the penalty. That's banked back out. And just fired back in by Damrose. We're back to 5-on-5. Spash kills the penalty. And they're +2 on the special teams battle. They have a power play goal and a shorty tonight. Here's Weiss in the left wing. He has one of the goals, and he's going to drop it off for Fisher. He'll backhand one wide, and that's blockered away by Scalcucci. Here's Fisher. He'll shoot, and it's off the side of the net. Damrow looking to clear. Here's Fisher again. He'll shoot, and that's caught and held by Julian Scalcucci. 5 minutes to go in Hudson. Still 3-1 Raiders. So it's looking like it's going to be the 1 seed moving on. Hudson still looking for a team from Wisconsin to beat them. All their losses have been to Minnesota teams. Face-off, taken in 1 by Cooper to point. Pergalski looking to free up Krass. Krass gets his poke checked away by Carroll. Becca Carroll weaving through traffic. Becca Carroll shoots. That's blocked. Scalcucci dives on top, and they blow the whistle. That was a very quick whistle as Scalcucci was diving on top of that puck. And the face-off is coming all the way down. I'm not sure what they called to bring the face-off all the way down to the offensive end. Oh, they called a slashing call on Becca Carroll. Okay. (50-53), I should say, time of the penalty. Another West power play coming up. Face-off won by Grant Molsky. Poirier gets pushed off the puck by Jones. It goes back for the point. Krass on the point. Trying to center it. Jones shoots, and that's wide. Schrader trying to clear. He can't. Here's Pergalski. Back for the point. He'll walk into the top of the slot for Krass. Through traffic. And that's saved by Burdick. Jones again. He'll take a shot. That's blocked in front, and Schrader is down. And they're going to stop the play as Schrader is face down on the ice. And he cannot get up. Bo Schrader, I don't know, it looks like it's his left leg. I don't know if he took a shot there or if he got knocked. I couldn't tell. But Bo Schrader being helped off the ice, and we hope the best for the talented sophomore, who right now has the go-ahead goal. He'll get helped off, so that's the second forward that Spash has lost to injury tonight. Fletcher Schrader takes the draw, and that's 1 back for DePoint. For Jones at the face-off dot, he'll try and tip 1 in, and still loose. The rebound. Burdick was able to make the second save as well as Zach Ostricky knocked off by Wendell. 30 seconds to go in the period. Jones backhanded to the point for Cooper DePoint. DePoint walks into that one, tipped and blocked. Krass back for Jones, drops it off for DePoint. He'll get it back for Shea Jones from the dot. Shot, save made, rebound still loose. Bank to the near side. 13 seconds left in the period. DePoint for Fletcher Schrader, who came in ice, and that's cleared by Max Middlestat. And that should do it for the second period, and it will. A dream second for Spash. Offensively, 3 goals to give them a 4-1 lead after 2. Goals from Bo Schrader, Jay Steedy, and Grant Molsky. 4-1 Panthers after 2 as you're watching sectional semi-final hockey on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time second and third shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Intermission time. Might as well. The halftime report is brought to you by Innovative Health. So let's talk about the adjustments these teams will need to make as we're in the final minute, or nearing a minute to go, as Hudson looks to be on their way to the sectional final. If you're Spash, control yourselves. Control your emotions. Control your energy. If you go get another goal if you can, but don't make any big-time mistakes when you're up by 3. 2-goal lead's the most dangerous in hockey. 3 is not too far behind it as far as danger chances go, because West is going to be that much more desperate to get that first goal early in the third period. They're going to still have 53 seconds of power play time to do it. So if you're Spash, you got to stay out of the box. If you're West, it's go for broke now. You have no choice. You're down 3. You need to get some of those home run passes. You need to get DePoit free. You need to get Krass free, or Progalski, or Jones. But on the other side as well, you also need to control your emotions. There's been some big hitting in this one. Both teams have probably been lucky to not have been called for a couple penalties, maybe even majors. The play that injured Miller in particular, everyone up here on both sides thought that was going to be a 5-minute elbowing call on Rasmus. It wasn't called. And we played on. They ended up getting an interference call on Gravine a few seconds later. But both these teams have laid some big hits. Spash is down 2 skaters right now potentially for that third period. So two of their top line, Miller and Schrader, their 2 top wingers, might both be out for this game. So we'll keep an eye on that. Scalcucci's doing what he can. He's made 32 saves in the game. 26 for Burdick. Goalies have been fine. It's the little things that have been the difference in this one. And those are your adjustments from Innovative Health. After report brought to you by Innovative Health in Weston, providing complete chiropractic care for the greater Wausau area. And if you've been benched by aches and pains, Innovative Health is going to get you back in the game with the right adjustments to help you feel better so you can live better. Get update as well. 1:07 to go in Hudson. Raiders up 3-1 up on Superior. And we're glad to have you joining us here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Intermission continues here. My name is Mike Webman. Brayton Bullis alongside me. He's been absolutely giddy since the puck drop here. This has been a fun one here from Marathon Park. And again, a big thanks to AD Brantz and Wausau West getting us the right internet connection here to able to let us bring you this game here. They were lifesavers. We were scrambling until until we went live, we were scrambling to make sure we could get this game for you guys. And so a massive thanks to the administration at Wausau West giving us access to the right internet to bring you this game here from Marathon Park. And hopefully now that we know this, we can be here more next year as well. It is 4-1 Spash after 2. So 15 saves. So 15 saves on 16 shots in the second period for Burdick. He's made 26 saves on the day. 50 saves on 15 shots, I should say. 14 saves on 17 shots for Scalcucci. He's made 32 of 36 on the night, and that doesn't say enough about how well he's played. He has been spectacular. Without him, this is an 8-1 probably game. He has made some unreal saves. Same with Burdick. Burdick has made some great saves as well. It would look like the Hudson Tomahawk game if those goalies weren't out there. As it has gone final, so we know officially on Friday night it'll be Hudson awaits the winner of this game. 3-1 the final. Hudson moves on. They're going to Hobbs. Who's joining them and who will battle with them for a trip to Middleton on Friday night? We'll be there here on Zaleski Sports as well. Then go look at some of the numbers here in this one as well. Look at the scoring. It started at 4:49, shorthanded. Bo Schrader got one from Grant Molsky on a 2-on-1. Everyone played the shot for Molsky. He dropped it off, and Schrader buried it. Right now, that is the go-ahead goal. But again, Bo Schrader was helped off the ice at the end of the period with a left leg injury. I don't know if it was a block shot or if he took a hit. But either way, he was very ginger heading off the ice. Grady Miller also did not play after he took that big hit from Tegan Rasmus. Even strength at 9-29. It was Jace Deedy getting around Richard on the right side, and he scored unassisted to make it 3-1. Then on the power play at 12:21, it was Grant Molsky from Jerome Poirier, and that gives you your score 4-1. The penalties, there's a lot in this one. And it started with a hooking call on Grady Mill. That turned to a shorthanded goal. An interference call at 10:46 for Gravine that was killed off. Or I should say that one was not good. That was led to the 5-on-3 power play goal. Or a 5-on-4 power play goal. Interference called on Oshiki at 13:09. Tripping on Richard at 11:30. That led to a 5-on-3. And there was a 5-on-3 goal by Molsky. And then a slashing call that is currently being served by Beckett Carroll at 15:53. Still 53 seconds left on that penalty when the third period begins. It'll be a center ice faceoff, though, for West on that power play. With just under a minute left on the penalty called on Beckett Carroll. That was a slashing call as we have the third period on the way. It's 4-1 Spash after 2 shots, 36-27 Panthers, as you are watching sectional semifinal hockey on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Buy 3 and get 1 free is back at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $100 back on a select set of 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card through February 27 at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
I knew I wanted to start an agency that honored those small town values like relationships and service. Our mission is to sell insurance ethically and with integrity to protect our clients' needs today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Not everybody understands insurance, and it's a good day when I can help give peace of mind.
Working with Access Insurance, we are a team, so you don't just get one of us, you get all four of us.
Access Insurance Agency, our business revolves around you.
One of the most commonly played songs in hockey rink for good reason enters Sandman over the PA system, and I would love to see Mariano Rivera come out on some skates. Get a couple warm-up pitches in. We get set for the third period, and it is now go for broke time. If you're Wausau West down by 3, you've got 53 seconds of power play time. If you can score on that early power play, if you can get out there, you got a shot. You have a chance if you can get through and get a goal on this power play. If Spash can kill it off or if Spash can get a shorthanded goal, look out. Again, winner Friday night gets the number 1 seed in Hudson. Raiders 3-1 winners over Superior. Spash has put up 11 goals in their 2 playoff games now. Nets are put in place. They're going to get the mats out for the players to walk on and get out. Burdick can lead the way. Again, we're so glad to have you all joining us wherever you are. We're very thankful to be bringing you this game from Marathon Park. Shots 36-27 Panthers. 53 seconds of power play time on the Beckett-Carroll slashing call at the end of the second period. That carried over. Spash is +2 on the special teams. They got a shorthanded goal and a power play goal tonight in that second period. Bo Schrader got the shorty. And Molsky got the power play goal. As West takes the ice, and now here comes Spash. Burdick leads the team out. We're going to keep an eye out for Miller and Schrader. See if they return. And again, they're walking from right below us. Looks like Miller's heading back out there. That's good to see. Grady Miller does skate out there. And he had some verve, but I do not see Bo Schrader. I did not see Schrader. I saw Fletcher Schrader. Molsky will take the draw. Miller is out there on the PK. Here for start the third period. Molsky and DePoint face off one by West. As here comes Cooper DePoint. He'll get it in for Jones. For DePoint, drops it back for Shea Jones. That shot's blocked by Poirier. Pergalski and Molsky will clear it down. Cooper DePoint, along with Molsky, one of the finalists for a state player of the year. And it's chipped away. Molsky trying to get it. He can't. Pergalski, and that's back to Jones on the point. Crass with it. He'll go deep. He'll go to the point from the face-off dot. That's blocked and cleared back down as they're wrestling in the slot. Jones and Molsky. It's a 2-point takedown from somebody. I couldn't tell who started it. Crass all the way around the nets. Back for Jones, right point. Jones fumbles it, keeps it in the zone. Here's DePoint. Looking to center. That's tipped away, and we're back to 5-on-5. And that one blocked, and behind the net it goes. Westrick on the ice as the extra forward. And that's cleared back to neutralize. Here's Joe Gravine. He'll roll it down. That's going to be an icing to bring things back, and that'll get that top line to change. That was a season-changing penalty kill maybe for Spash. Five on five. It'll be Fletcher Schrader with Fisher and Westrick. Face off one by Wausau West. Rasmus sends it around the boards for Damro. And he gets in on side. That's knocked down, still loose. Save made, still loose, and cleared out in front of the blue paint. Fisher takes a knee-on-knee hit. And we're going to get a West penalty as Fisher's slow to get up. And both officials had their arms up. We're going to get a kneeing call. And now Fisher is hobbling to the bench. It was a knee-to-knee hit on Ethan Fisher. And who's going to be going to the box? Who is Rasmus? Tegan Rasmus going to the box for that kneeing penalty. I couldn't see him in the box for a second. And a minute 32, time of the penalty, and now Spash will get power play to try and make it a 4-goal lead. And hopefully Fisher is all right. And Molsky keeps it in. Abbott, he fans on his, and that's going to be cleared out. DePoyt's going to try and go on the rush. Warriors need something. Shot, save made by Burdick, and he'll hold on Crass. And now, he's shorthanded or not, if you are West, you got to go. You got to take some chances here. Face-off, battle for in the corner. Crass still has it on the left wing. Spash pinned deep. Molsky will roll it in for Abbott. He'll skate out with it with Miller on his wing. Abbott gets around Gravine. Shot short side, save made, rebound. Miller trying to tuck it in. Still loose, whacking away, and it's bounced back to the point. DePoy gets around, he chips it past Carroll. DePoy gets around him again. He'll take a shot, and that's wide. Carroll keeps it on his stick, taking some time. All the way across for Molsky. Right back for Beckett Carroll. He'll wire a shot. That's off the mask of Scalcucci and cleared. And now here comes DePoy again, one-on-one with Poirier. That's blocked by Poirier. That's banked back towards center, and DePoy is buried by Carroll. Shot. And that's wide and out of play as DePoy got lifted up by the bench. Beckett Carroll. If you've ever watched any sort of compilation, you hear the Nelly song, Here Comes the Boom. That was one of them. Some hits. This game has been physical. Both teams are going to need some ice after this game. Face-off, one back for Jackson Fleece. He'll roll it toward the corner, and there's Richard battling with Teddy Westrick, and Westrick out with it. Westrick was our player of the game back on Thursday night. That one's centered, and it's blocked out in front and cleared down by Pergalski. That's banked all the way back. Burdick will leave it for Fleece. Here's Fletcher Schrader for Teddy Westrick. Westrick gets his stick check to Richard, centering, and that's going to be tipped through the blue paint. Back to 5-on-5. Schrader back checking, avoids the hit. He'll take a hit by DeBile. Here comes Pergalski in 2-on-2, and Fleece is there. Fleece rolls it forward, he'll get it back. 3-on-3 developing. Here comes Fisher in on side. He'll get around and then gets it knocked away by Pergalski. Here's Damerow up the left wing. Battling with Zach Ostricky. They still jostle in the corner, and out comes Zach Ostricky for Fisher. Fisher, he'll chip it in. Weiss, and they're going to tag up, and now here comes Didi. Didi gets around. Didi can't get a shot off. He still has it, centering, and that's going to be just tipped through the paint. Rasmus teed up, and we're going to get a penalty called. And I think Middlestad might get a penalty. And never mind, the net came off again. The holes have not been drilled deep enough into the ice to get that net in. .38-29 the shots, 12:28 on the game clock. 4-1 Spash as Scalcucci have to cover that one up near the left post. Again, 12:24 to go. Winner gets Hudson. Over at Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire, Friday night. Here is Didi. Back to the point, Reed Molsky. He'll just send it in. Middlestad has it knocked away by Rasmus. They'll tie up. Rasmus knocks him to the ice. But here's Didi, a tough shot. That's a save made off the stick of Scalcucci. Sorry, clears it back down. Here's Didi. He'll take a long range and just tip it into the corner, and they'll go off on a change. Wausau staying on the forecheck. Here's Molsky, keeps it in. Weiss can't get there. Now Molsky on his stick back. He'll just cycle it into the corner. 11:43 to go in this one. Molsky keeps it in. Carroll for Logan Ostricki. Here's Benny Abbott in on side. He's taking the spot of Schrader on the wing. Molsky. And here comes Krass. He's got some speed, and he's got DePoit. Trying to center it on a drop pass, and Miller intercepts. They'll collide off the puck. Abbott and DePoit. Here's Molsky. He'll get ahead of Richard. Richard, though, able to get position and pick it off. Long range, looking to bank it in. DePoit, offside. Matt Duchesne, he is not. And that's going to bring it all the way down into the zone. Of course, stay tuned. We'll have your Merrill Steel post-game show at the conclusion of this one down on the ice. That one gloved down in the crease. Fisher. Here's Jones trying to free Pergalski. Pergalski chased down the back check by Fletcher Schrader. Carroll wins it all the way around. That's going to be banked down. That's going to be an icing. Fisher didn't touch it. Oh, they did wave it off. They're going to bring it back to center ice then. No, they called it. They kept it on. They're saying Fisher touched it before the red line. DePoit will take the draw against Fletcher Schrader. And, we got some shenanigans. Westrick and Pergalski going at it. Our mustachioed official says, enough of that. To quote Wes McCauley when he gets on the mic, you can't do that. Face-off won by Pergalski. DePoit with some speed behind the net. He gets double-teamed. Here comes Jerome Poirier. Poirier gets around. They'll dump it in. Richard and Westrick will battle in the corner. Jones kicks it ahead for Krass. Krass gets around 2-on-1. Krass and Pergalski. Shoots. Save made by Burdick. Fleece played the pass. Told his goaltender, you got the shot. And Burdick had the save. Big time play there by Burdick. '29th save for Burdick tonight. Damrow trying to center it. Wendell can't handle it. Weiss tips it away. Still loose for DeBile. Back to the point for Gravine. Long range shot. That's a save made. Here's Fleece out with it. He'll bank it of Weiss. He'll chip it back out. Chased down there by Rasmus. 10 minutes to go. Spash up 4-1. Wendell fires it in. Burdick's going to leave it. And Poirier will just bank it back for Weiss. And icing is waved off. Weiss and Rasmus. Here's Didi. Gets around Gravine. Centering it back to the point. Ostricki. Shot. Save made off the right pad. Miller's rebound is swept wide. Damrow. Wendell can't get there. Ostricki banks it forward for Molsky. Graham Molsky just sends it in. Spash is fine, playing a fundamental dump-and-chase old-school hockey game right now, up by 3. They don't need to take too many crazy chances. Wausau West, though, does. Krass with plenty of speed gets by Molsky. Dangles, gets through, save made, rebound, and Burdick goes crashing into his own net. And he finally gets it. Now Abbott gets it out of the zone. He'll just dump it in, avoids the big hit from Jones. And you can hear the chants of Birdie. That'll be offside. Birdie's going to adjust his mask, adjust his pads. And that game was Friday night in Hobbs. I'll be making Calvin and Hobbs jokes throughout the game, so just be ready. That's banked in. No icing. No, they called it late. Or do we have a penalty? No, they call icing. I do think that was icing. He was behind the red line. It was called by a referee. As they blast the Biz Marquee. You say he's just a friend. These two teams are not friends. As the face-off is tipped out, Ostricky chips it back out of the zone. Sorry, back for Richard. Westrick chips it in on the forecheck. Behind the net for Westrick, and Fisher gets buried off the puck. No call. That was Jones. Westrick throws a big-time shoulder on Robbins, and this game is getting nasty. Schrader with Rowan Robin, and Schrader launched to the ice. Ostricky keeps it in for Westrick. Long range will bank it back out of play. Carroll will chase it back down. Here's Ostricky. Drops it for Fletcher Schrader. The slot shot, and that's wide. Tipped wide. Weiss will send it back behind the net. Here's Weiss centering, and Didi couldn't quite get it. Ostricky pinching, keeps it in the zone. He'll kick it to his stick. Steinke trying to roll it forward for Krass, and Carroll will chase it down with 7.5 to go. Carroll for Weiss, tipped it back, and here's Middlestat. DePoit, that one tipped forward by Didi. Chipped in, Poirier will chase it down, being chased by DePoit. Back for Didi. West has got to go and take up. They're still offside. Glove down. Here's Middlestat. DePoit now. Long shift for Cooper. Burdick will leave it. He's going to try and play it off to the behind the net. Still loose, still loose. Everyone on the post, everyone on the post. Where's the puck? And eventually, they blow it dead, and now Poirier and Pergalski mix it up. Shots 41-31 Spash. Almost disaster for Spash, but the defense got there. Also up to say as well, West has used their timeout, so they battle forward, and Abbott rolls it back clear. No icing. Jones, Miller on the aggressive forecheck. Miller looks all right. He's flying around the ice now. Here's Damrow. Poirier with the poke check, and that's on net, and Burdick is there. Wendell was crashing the net. Well, of course, we're one of 3 media outlets here, and I hear the cool as the other side of the pillow reference. Gotta love some Stuart Scott. DeBile's gonna take the draw against Fletcher Schrader. Richard back for Jones, a one-timer, and that's a save made by Burdick. Poirier dumps it back out. Fisher tips it back to the red line. Back into the zone. Richard. He'll bank one off the glass. Fleece is there. Fleece trying to pin it against the boards. Back to the point for Finn Richard. Through traffic, caught and held by Burdick. DeBauer trying to get a flyby, but he was late. 5:58 to go. 34 saves for Zach Burdick, who without a doubt right now is our Highlight House player of the game. And down 3, you wonder with time running short, when do you see Skalkucci head off? You need 3. Face off, rimmed around. Rasmus gets in front of Didi. That one tipped up a net. And we're going to get a penalty, and Pregame got can opener to the ground. And who's going off? Looks like Spash going to the box. Reed Molsky going to the box. Two minutes on Molsky. I couldn't tell what it was, whether it was a trip or what. At 11:10. I'm assuming it's a trip, but I don't know for sure. We'll hear what they say. Yeah, can opener. That one tipped and blocked out in front. Must score power play. That one wide. Interference, the call on Molsky. Here's Cooper to point. 5.5 to go. A must-score power play for West. DePoit gets knocked off the puck by Miller, but they can't clear. Now they do. Scalcucci will play it behind his net and leave it for Crass. Crass gets around, trying to center it, looking for Damro, and he couldn't get his stick free. Back to Crass on the point. He can't handle the puck. Molsky. Here's Crass. Gets around, but it's blocked, and Ostricki will clear. That allows Spash to get a couple new skaters on the ice. Be Middlestad and Abbott some new forwards. DePoit. Ostricki. He tries to clear it. It's off the skates of Damro in neutral ice. Robbins in. Damro's in onside. Looking to toe drag. A shot. A save made. Off the pad of Burdick. Carroll into some open ice. Middlestat will bank it clear. 4:23 to go. Rasmus knocked off the puck by Middlestat. Abbott will wire it down and deep. And again, you wonder, down 3, win or if does Scalcucci head to the bench? That one banked down and cleared. 8 seconds left on the Reed Molsky penalty. Gravine skates out behind his net. He takes a slash, and we're going to get a penalty called on Benny Abbott. He'll get called for a slash. That'll be skated in. Here comes Pergalski. They got the extra skater, and it'll be touched down, and Abbott will head to the sin bin. It's a slashing call. Big update. Muskego took on Brookfield 6-2. That's a big upset, I think. .13:22 time of the penalty on Abbott for a slash. Nina 5-3 over Fox Cities. River Falls 6-2 over Menominee. Amory 6-2 over Rice Lake. Finals all as well. Here's Crass. Shot. That's blocked and cleared by Miller. And the net is empty. They're going 6-on-4. Spash looking for that empty netter to end it. Crass gets around. Shot. Burdick gets aggressive, makes the save, still loose. Back to the point. DePoit for Pergalski. Through traffic. Shot. Save made. Damro robbed. Robbed. Absolute robbery. And it's cleared. Miller battling with DePoit. Miller on all fours, cleared to the empty net and just wide from Poirier. 2:40 to go, 1 minute left on the Abbott penalty. 6-on-4. Crass. Poirier dumps it clear. Now Damro shots blocked out in front. Poirier with the block. He'll roll it back down. He'll send that one wide. 2:23 to go. .37 seconds left on the penalty. This top line staying out there, giving everything they've got left. A history-making group. DePoy, Crass. Sorry. Shot. That one wide. DePoy to shot. Caught and held by Burdick. Burdick does it again. His 39th save. Hellebuckian, I was going to getting to Bachhoff way back in the day, if you remember, against the Stars, way back probably 20 years ago now. There's a spectacular plays from both goaltenders here. So Gravine, Rasmus, a shot through some traffic, and that's wide. Spash keeping everything. A shot. Burdick is there again. To buy a little fly-by shove on Carroll. Minute 43 to go. That's save number 41. So yeah, I know exactly who my Highlight House player of the game is tonight. If there's any doubt, it's going to be the man who's been under siege and has made save after save. Shots are 42 apiece now. Net remains empty. Damrow. Back for Cooper to point.
Back to full strength.
6 on 5 now. That one rolled wide. Fisher clears it down. He's going to be having ice. No, that's now his touch. No icing. That's still loosing as Fisher gets wiped out by Jones, and Jones is going to the box for it. That's going to be an interference call on Shea Jones. Spash going to get a power play out of this. And this one is all but over. 15:45, time of penalty on Jones for interference. Takuchi got to go back in the net. And a lot of hung heads. Can't take anything away from how great this West team is. I mean, there's a very good case. The top 3 teams in Division I are all in the same section, and 2 of them are playing right now. I mean, any one of these 2 teams or Hudson would be worthy state champions. Crass on onside, but he's knocked away. 57 seconds left. Oh my goodness! DePoy just erased Dominic Marshall. Welcome to the game, Mr. Marshall. His first action of the night. Here's Thomas Oswald, and we're going to get another West penalty as this game is getting out of hand. And it'll be touched. We'll get the penalty, a frustration call, and I think Cooper DePoyt's career is going to end in the penalty box. At 16:25. Spash will have a 5-on-3 to end this one. It's academic now. Spash will take a timeout, calm things down, and tell your guys protect yourselves. This game, there might be some hits coming here late. We'll keep things here again. Don't forget, your Merrill Steel post-game show will be on the way. We'll talk with Coach Polkamp and Zach Burdick down on the ice. As things stand in 35 seconds of game time, it'll be Spash and Hudson in the sectional final on Friday night from Eau Claire. Winner goes to Middleton and the Suter Ice Arena and state. They played earlier this year. It was a 3-2 Hudson win. It was a Saturday game. Edgewood up big, Mosinee up big. Somerset over Baldwin Woodville 2-1. Pines over Lakeland 6-0. Big thanks to our friends at Wisco Hockey. Been a good fun to talk to over the months so far, and very thankful for the coverage as we start trying to ramp up the prestige of high school hockey. As should be a 5-on-3 as they had an extra skater on the ice. It's dumped all the way down. Burdick will knock it down. Spash with 25 seconds left will try and just hang on to the puck here as Dominic Marshall, you race off the puck for Wendell, along with Jaron Bolton out there, Thomas Oswald, Reed Molsky, and Fleas. That's dumped down and a save made by Burdick with 12 seconds left. Jaron Bolton with it for Thomas Oswald. He'll skate in, he'll wheel it back. The clock will run down, 2-1, and Spash will move on, and the Panthers will play Hudson for a chance to go to state. They win this one. Your score, 4-1. They win the rubber match. And it'll be Spash and Hudson from Hobbs Arena in our sectional final. What a game. Two incredible teams. Absolutely phenomenal. But it is Spash who gets the W and moves on. You stay tuned, your Merrill Steel postgame show is on the way.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our three facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Back here with your Merrill Steel post-game show as they go through the high fives here in front of us. The Spash Panthers. I can hear Paul Campbell. Let's go for everyone. As we'll have him joining us and Zach Burdick. As Spash's revenge tour continues, they're moving on. They'll play at Hobbs on Friday night. Coach, obviously a whale of a game, and it's been kind of a theme is that this kind of a revenge tour, this playoff run. You got one more shot at Hudson coming up on Friday. They got the win tonight. But for this game, talk about the resolve of this team. This was probably the most physical game you might have seen this year, and the guys were able to be clutch when they needed, especially in that second period.
Yeah, we've been talking about it all week and the week before that, since we beat Chippewa, that it was going to be extremely physical. Right, it was going to be a gutsy win. Right, we told the guys, hey, you fall down, get up. You get slashed, get up. Okay, no excuses in this group right now. Super proud of the way they played today. They deserved it.
And talk about some of the guys. they're not always most known. Weiss and Didi getting on the score sheet. How big is it to have that third line step up and get 2 huge goals? Not only Weiss is to tie it, but Didi on an unassisted beauty to really emphasize what this team is.
Yeah, I'm so happy for those guys. When we talk about anybody can be the hero in playoffs, right? Just grind as hard as you can, work hard to get the puck to the net, and good things happen.
And I got to ask about the goaltenders, both of them. Obviously, Scalcucci had a monster first period. Birdie here, what else can you say about this guy, what he's done?
Yeah, without Birdie, right, we're not winning all these games right now, so hats off to him. I know Birdie has put in hours and hours of work in the summer and the fall and the spring, right? He's deserved everything he's gotten for the hard work.
Well, Coach, you're 1 game away. You got 2 days to rest up, get ready, and then you got Hudson and Eau Claire. We'll be there with you guys the whole way. I guess. Good luck, congratulations, and we'll see you on Friday.
All right, thank you, appreciate it.
Zach Burdick, our Highlight House player of the game, 43 saves in this one. You got to feel pretty sore.
Yeah, I am pretty sore. That's definitely a long game, especially against a really good team.
And with the physicality of this game, how were you able to read some of these pucks coming through? There was so much traffic that you had to try and be aggressive and step out and make some plays.
Just trusting my D to get the guys out, and they're also blocking lots of shots. There should be more than 43 on there if none of my teammates are out.
And on the other side, offensively, you get goals from Johnny and from Didi, and then obviously Grant and Bo doing their thing as well. Just talk about what the feeling was like in net when you got the lead, you got the 4-1, and knowing that you guys are now minute by minute closer and closer to the next round.
The nerves just lifted when they scored. It just feels amazing when those guys get on the score sheet and put the game away.
And now you turn your attention Friday night. You're 1 game from state. What's going to be your mentality heading back home as a player, getting ready now for Hudson on Friday night?
Just going to have the best practices in the state the next 2 days before this game. Just playing our best, practicing hard.
Sounds good. So one last thing, you've done this before. You see our camera with the white headphones up there waving at you. I'll give you the microphone, count you in. You know what to do. Going 3, 2, 1.
I'm Zach Burdick, and I'm in the house.
Zach Burdick, 43 saves as Spash moves on, 4-1 winners. And again, the matchup on Friday night, it'll be Spash and Hudson from Eau Claire. Friday night, we'll be there on Zaleski Sports. This will wrap up your Merrill Steel postgame show. For Brayton Bullis, this is Mike Whalen saying so long from Marathon Park. Everyone, stay warm, stay safe. We'll talk to you Friday night for sectional final hockey on Zaleski Sports.